What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super duper excited because you already know from the title of this video, but we're going to be testing out the new Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. And girl, this has been blowing up all over the internet, so I was like, well, I need to test this out. So it claims to be a full coverage protective makeup that has SPF 50 in it. Girl, this sounds like the best foundation ever, like with all these claims in it. You know we had to test it out. So I'm gonna be testing out this today, and if you want to see that, just go ahead and keep watching. You guys, by the way, I do have a shirt on. It's just like a crop top, so sorry, but I do have a shirt on if you're wondering. And actually, before we put on the foundation, you know we have to prep our skin. So I actually did my eyebrows and my eyeshadow and my mascara, if you can already tell. So we're gonna move into the primers. So I'm gonna do like my typical foundation routine, like what I do on a daily, because obviously it works, and if it doesn't work with this foundation, then there of course is something wrong with the foundation. So first I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber Primer Spray. It's a 3-in-1 spray. And I'm going to go ahead and spray my whole face. This will just really help for the foundation to absorb into our skin and not just sit on top of our face. So that's why I love using a primer spray like that. Alright, so now that has all dried onto our skin, we're going to go ahead and go in with the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Goodbye Pores Primer. And as always, I always use this. It's a really nice primer. Does a really good job of smoothing out your pores. And you need like a pea-sized amount. At least that's what I use. And I just put this in my T-zone. And like really just like smooths it. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but in person, this is like, wow, girl. I probably use a little too much, but that's okay. Just look at that. Yeah. And I'm sorry, like if you see how my finger's like orange. I literally self-tanned today. Like, well, last night I self-tanned my face and I forgot to wash my hands, and so my finger's a little on the orange side. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. At least it's only like a finger. It's kind of, yeah, it's only noticeable if I like turn it, but I knew you guys were looking at that. Okay, so we've let all this sink into our skin and do its thing. So now it's time to go in with the foundation itself. And I have it in the shade 112. They have like a couple different shades in this. Not as much as their other foundations, which I don't know if they'll get more if this is all they're doing. But I'm usually like the shade 112. I guess I do use like 115 in the Fit Me. I don't know. I just thought that this would be the best, but I don't know if it'll be today because I am freshly self-tanned. I don't know if you guys can tell, and you guys are probably thinking you're normally paler than that, but I did self-tan today, so I don't know if this will be my perfect match, but as always, I'll make it work in the end. And it has the nice squeezy tube packaging, and I'm going to use a sponge today because it's a lightweight product. I prefer to use sponges for more lightweight products because this isn't going to have like, I don't think it's going to have a ton of coverage, so it doesn't really matter to use a brush, because usually with the brush you can get a little bit more coverage, but we'll see. This color isn't horrible. I could probably use the shade 115 though. But I think it matches like my chest pretty well. Just my face is a little tanner than my body. But we're gonna make it work. This actually has decent coverage. It's not super full coverage. It's like a medium coverage. A lot of my freckles are still peeking through. So we'll see if it's buildable or not. It's a really pretty finish though. It's not like matte right off the bat. So it does say on the tube that it is supposed to be full coverage. I was just reading it again. But I don't think it's super full coverage right off the bat. I don't know if you guys have ever used this before. It's definitely not super full coverage off the bat in my opinion. I think it might be buildable. Let's see if we can build it up a little bit on our cheeks, because you can see a little bit of my redness is still peeking through. And maybe I just didn't use enough. But we'll try and build it up. So it does appear to be building up really well. It looks very nice on the skin. I'm so impressed. Yeah, it does appear to build up very nicely, which I'm very pleased about. You guys, look at that. It's so pretty. It's like nice glow on the skin. It's not matte, which I'm happy about that I'm not testing a matte foundation today because my skin has been feeling a little dry today. I don't know what it is, because usually in the summer it's a little bit more on the oily side, but today I felt a little bit tight. But I think this looks really good actually. Looks so pretty on the skin. Just like looking in my camera, it looks pretty good. For concealer today, I'm going to be using the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage Concealer. And this is really pretty, and it's a really nice full coverage concealer. And blend it all out. Alright you guys, so this is actually looking really beautiful. I love the way this combo is looking so far. So now we're just going to go ahead and move on into setting our face. And I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05 Fair. And I'm just going to use this to set my under eyes today because I'm going to use a pressed powder to set the rest of my face. Alright, and then I'm going to wipe away this powder because I don't like to let it bake there, but I just wanted to set it with that powder. Alrighty, and then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. And this is the transparent version, and it's waterproof. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just going to dust this on the rest of my face, and then wherever else that we kind of concealed, I'll focus it more there. So like, just definitely set that in place. And you're going to want to press this into the skin, not sweep it onto the skin, but really press it into your skin. It gives you the best coverage. Alright guys, so this is all for like the foundation part of it. So I just want to show you guys how I applied it and then like my first impressions of it, and then I wanted to set it so you guys can see how I was setting it. But I'm going to do the rest of my products off screen, and then I'll see you guys when I'm all done. I actually really like it. It's really lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel like I have foundation on, which is amazing because I do. And I don't know, I think it looks so nice and glowy. I feel like my skin looks so good. Nice and glowy. I don't know, I really love this, you guys. I was a little iffy about it at first because it didn't seem full coverage right off the bat, but once I built it up, girl, it's looking good. Okay, so right now it is 3:30, so there's not much time left in the day, but I am going to do a couple check-ins with you guys to see how the foundation is holding up. I'm sorry that it's kind of later in the day, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, you guys, so it is check-in time. So it is about 10:30 right now. So I've been wearing this foundation for about 7 hours because I last left you guys at 3:30, but it's been on a little longer than that, but it's okay. So yeah, I've had this on for about 7 hours, which is typically the length of how long I would wear my makeup on a daily basis. So, and it's actually holding up super well. I'm really surprised. Like, all my bronzer and blush is intact still. I did just reapply my lip color because I was eating dinner and stuff, so of course it's gonna get messed up. But I think that this looks so good. I really love this. I mean, obviously my forehead looks a little bit oily, but I mean, this foundation isn't a matte foundation, so I don't expect it to not be oily, you know? So I'm just going to touch up for you guys really quick. So I'm just going to use the pressed powder that I used earlier, the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. And I think this actually helped for it to like stay up all day, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it just, like, it didn't care if I sweat. It was like, no, I'm staying in place. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more of this to kind of touch up a little bit and see if we can take away a little bit of that shine on the forehead region. You see that I took away most of the shine. Of course, my forehead's going to have a little bit of shine because this foundation is not matte again. So I actually really like that though. And I'm going to get up and close and personal with you guys. But it didn't really break up around my nose too much. I did blow my nose, so it broke up a little bit, which I expected because I turned down the brightness a little bit so you guys can see a little better. But yeah, it did break up around my nose a little bit, which I expected because I blew my nose. So, I mean, I don't really care about that too much. It honestly looks so good, and I am so impressed right now. I'm just going to touch it up a little bit more around my T-zone region. And I haven't touched up at all throughout the day besides right now. So I think that this foundation is amazing. It gives a really nice coverage. It has SPF in it, so you're protected from the sun. And it holds up really well throughout the day. And my other makeup went perfectly on top of it, and I think it looks so good. Yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts down below, and if you guys have ever tried this foundation and what your thoughts are on it. Personally, I really love it, and I feel like it is a summertime staple. It gives such a natural finish on the skin. It's not overly dewy. It's not overly matte. It just gives a really natural finish, and I think it just looks so good, especially for the summer. It's everything you want in the summer. SPF, full coverage, but it's a really lightweight makeup. Today, I didn't even feel like I had makeup on. It's so crazy. So I really, really love this. So yeah, again, let me know your thoughts down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already. And click the bell so you get notifications of all my future uploads. And I'll see you guys in a couple days in my next one. Bye!